I want to make this very clear. Norman Woodstock Spalding, Bare Bones Broadcasting. Just a minute. I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bare Bones Studio, and I have a way of getting up and moving around the studio while you're waiting for me. And I shall move around the studio. I'm back. We'll take a little song break. Ba-da-dee. I did forget where I was at. Well, I'm a little rickety this morning. As usual. Well, I want to remind you, no, I forgot where I was at. I did. I know what has to happen. The human home has to get collected here. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Tearing into to official, and the officialing of this planet is asinine. Now, there's no two ways about it. Officialing of the planet has to get fixed. It's ancient and archaic, and there's no two ways about it. Only that's an easy target to take your life failure out on something, when you are more the issue in failure than any officialing ever hoped to be. Whenever they're telling your kids in school, you have more authority over the explanation of living to your children than any school system does. The teachers got their mouth and their tongue in their cheek, and you can have your kids put their tongue in their cheek and still go to school and get good grades. Most of that material is memorizable when you will share the material with your children from the beginning. You send a child to school, you get into the explanation and follow your child all through the explanation, all through school. And you can help your child with that explanation and the homework, and they'll get decent grades. Yes, they will. It's as simple as that, and it's not a big deal. And the dumbest human being can do it. No, I didn't do it. And I'm sorry I didn't. Even though in most cases my kids didn't need me. My daughter did, and I'm sorry I didn't get with her. My boy certainly didn't. He was bored with the whole explanation and understood more about it than they were explaining. And their terms he could memorize without any problem. It didn't mean a thing, though. It was a waste of his time, and he was bored doing it. He knew the subject before he went to school. All of it. And really wanted to go on from what I had taught him, and no one was going anywhere near what I had taught him on all subjects. Now what? Well, that put him at a disadvantage, didn't it? And that's what the school told me, and I'm sorry, because I lost my boy. You can kind of over-explain things, and they understand, and they're very bright too early in some ways. And they run off board with idiots and start laughing at things. I didn't expect that. And they just get into stats and say the hell with it. I'm sorry. It's my fault. I was a deserted man. I don't get into this. The home has to get fixed, though. Well, listen, there's a lot worse than me. There's some people don't even speak to their children at all. And they're just as bored as my boy. For the opposite reason. They don't know anything. This boy is disgusted with everyone else responding to what he knew as an infant. Some people never get a picture at all. This boy had a picture in his mind. So both my kids had a reasonable picture born with it. My granddaughter had the epitome picture, already knew living more than I'll ever know. Started counseling me early. Told me to get out of the bathroom, potty trained her. First time. Get out. I went, what? Get out. And I mean, the second time was more emphatic than the first. I pointed to the door. Can't remember. She was just a tot. Get out. What? I never told my parents, get out. And I was horrified of them. From my mom's womb, I was horrified of them. I tell you. That's one thing. My granddaughter has never had any fear of me at all. That is priceless. When your children don't fear you, it is awesome. I feared my parents. But they were not accurate and honest with me. My granddaughter knows I am very genuine and authentic and honest with her to my greatest bone about me or anything else. She knows that. She'll get the absolute accurate out of me as well as I know it. I will not play her in any way for her own best interest. I will remind her accurately for her own best interest, not play her, not lie to her for later. I won't start her out. Look, you know, it just comes to me. I wonder if I got time for this. I better upload this and I'll come back and tell you a story.